before I start, this is just a piece of paper. It just has my three transition sentences, and my closing sentence, just so if I get off topic or confused, I can look down and get back on topic. But okay. Hello, my name is Alyssa Hatch, and I'm going to be doing my one thing I've learned speech. Okay. Hello, one thing I've learned. Hello, my name is Alyssa Hatch, and one thing I've learned is that saving money as a college student is not always easy. How many of you are satisfied with the amount of money in your savings account? Many college students have no problem spending money, but don't know how to spend wisely or save wisely. I grew up in a household that was split on how money was spent. I had a frugal mother and a big spender father. I took after my mother and adopted things such as couponing and just other ways to save money. I'm still a frugal shopper now. While in college, I've seen plenty of students struggling with money and how to save a decent amount. I hoped to discuss how saving money can make life easier and stress-free and or reduce stress, I could say that. Also, I'll be discussing how to save money. I'll be discussing how hard it can be to save money, how to save money, and how to apply these steps for better financial stability in the future. To first understand how to save money, you got to understand how hard it can be to save. Nothing in life is easy or free, for that matter. You have to pay bills, food, housing, water. There are plenty of things you can think about that are life essentials that aren't free. So you do have to spend money to live. Plus, emergencies happen. And for most people, emergencies are not free. In fact, they're usually expensive. And even if they're not expensive, they're unexpected. So you still have to spend money, whether it's something wrong with your car, a medical emergency, or just anything, honestly. So life doesn't stop just because you have an emergency. And there will be times you find yourself having to spend money that you probably wouldn't have spent had the emergency not happened. Now that we've identified some ways on how hard it can be to save money, let's discuss some easy ways to save money while in college. One of the big expenses for college students, even me myself, is food. Fast food can be costly. Over time, you'll realize you're spending more than what you thought. Some good ways to save money on college campus would be getting a student meal plan where you can eat on campus, and even though it might not be your first choice, it's still a choice and it helps save money. Plus, most college campuses have food pantries or they have food programs where they'll let students get food and snacks for free or low cost, but usually it's free. You just have to check that with your school. Also, outside the campus, you might find local businesses that are located in your school's district that offer student discounts, depending on the amount of students they have shopping. Plus, there are apps online and different websites you can sign up for that give students a discount just for signing up and being a student. You usually have to just enter your student email, set up an account, and there goes the discounts. And they usually last up to about 26 years old. And I'm only 20, so that means I got 6 more years. Plus, even if you're older, they don't really have an age limit because school doesn't have an age limit. You just have to have an active student email usually, but you just have to check that with your school. Saving money on campus usually isn't fun or your first option, but it is an efficient way to save. Lastly, let's apply these steps for financial stability for the long run. One thing you should be doing to help with your financial stability is, depending on how often you want to check, you should always be reevaluating your finances. Whether you do this monthly, twice a month, three times a month, you need to be seeing how much you're spending. And you should also try to avoid unnecessary spending. You'd be surprised how many people are paying for subscriptions monthly that they probably use once a month, if that. $7.99 may not seem like a lot today, but in 12 months, that's adding up. That's an extra $80 plus that you are using on something you're barely using daily. So reevaluating your finances and making sure you're not paying for stuff that you're not using or using to your best advantage is important. Plus, some of those things you did in school may still help in the long run, like food pantries. They're usually available in most cities. Excuse me. They're usually available in most cities. Depending on your financial and household situation, you may have to fill out, an application, but that's something you can check out within your city. Also, those subscriptions that I mentioned earlier usually apply to students up until age 26 or until 4 to 6 years after your initial account was made. Plus, most applications, if you've been a student user for a while, they may extend that student discount price after the fact, because you've been such a regular person or client for them. You just have to check and see. To close, saving money is important and beneficial for college students because it helps them get ready for their future. I've discussed ways to save money as a college student. I've discussed how hard it can be to save money, as well as how to make sure you're applying these money-saving aspects in your future after college. Hopefully this information and knowledge helps people and students so that they don't make money problems or cause themselves extra money problems. Saving money is very important, and you can save money while still enjoying life and still spending a little money here and there. You just have to be responsible. Thank you.